Licensure Examination for Teachers. Subject: Principles of Teaching, Educational Technology, and Curriculum Development. Professional Education, for both elementary and secondary. Topic: Theories and Models of Curriculum Development. Question number 1. In the classical Tyler rationale model of curriculum development, which of the 4 fundamental questions must be answered first? A. What educational purposes should the school seek to attain? B. What learning experiences can be provided that are likely to attain these purposes? C. How can these learning experiences be effectively organized? D. How can we determine whether these purposes are being attained? Correct answer: A. What educational purposes should the school seek to attain? Why A is correct. The Tyler rationale is a linear model based on 4 steps. Step 1 is always determining the objectives or purposes. The model is highly rational and starts by defining the end goal. Why the wrong answers are wrong: B, C, and D. These represent steps 2, 3, and 4, respectively. You cannot select or organize experiences, B and C, or evaluate attainment, D, until the objectives, A, are clearly established. Edge knowledge. Think logic of purpose. Tyler's model is famous for its simple, sequential logic. The foundation of any curriculum must be its purpose or objective. The mantra is, objectives to experiences to organization to evaluation. Question number 2. Hilda Taba's model of curriculum development is often described as an inductive or grassroots approach. This means the curriculum planning process should ideally start with A. Identifying the needs of society and filtering them through philosophy. B. Defining broad organizational aims at the school district level. C. Determining the specific needs and content relevant to the learners. D. Evaluating the effectiveness of the existing teaching methods. Correct answer: C. Determining the specific needs and content relevant to the learners. Why C is correct. Taba argued that curriculum development should be done by teachers, the grassroots, who are familiar with the specific needs of their students. Her model begins with the detailed task of diagnosing learner needs and determining the content for a specific unit, then moving outward to general aims, inductive. Why the wrong answers are wrong: A and B. These describe a deductive, top-down, approach, which is characteristic of the Tyler model, starting with societal needs, broad aims. D. Evaluation is a later step. The starting point is the diagnosis and content design. Edge knowledge. Think teacher, student focus. The key distinction is the direction. Tyler is deductive, top-down, aims first. Taba is inductive, bottom-up, specific content, learners first. Question number 3. Which type of curriculum design focuses on the arrangement of learning experiences to break down traditional subject matter lines, linking content from different fields like math, science, and social studies around a common theme? A. Subject-centered design. B. Discipline design. C. Integrated, broad fields design. D. Core curriculum design. Correct answer: C. Integrated, broad fields design. Why C is correct. Integrated or broad fields design, often called correlation, integration, aims to fuse 2 or more related subject areas, e.g., combining biology, chemistry, and physics into general science, or focus on a common theme that cuts across different subjects, e.g., sustainability. Why the wrong answers are wrong: A and B. These are subject-centered designs where the content is kept strictly separate, based on academic disciplines, e.g., math is taught as only math. D. Core curriculum design. A form of integration, but specifically focuses on a required set of essential courses, themes necessary for all students. C is the broader term for breaking down lines. Edge knowledge. Look for keywords of linking. When the question says the goal is to connect or combine subjects to form a common theme, the design is integrated. Question number 4. A school is developing a curriculum focused on practical life skills. Instead of teaching math, English, and science separately, the students' learning revolves around projects such as building a budget for a small business or developing a community health campaign. This structure best reflects A. Learner-centered design. B. Experience-centered design. C. Problem-centered design. D. Activity-centered design. Correct answer: C. Problem-centered design. Why C is correct. Problem-centered design organizes the curriculum around real-life problems, issues, or challenges, like building a budget or health campaign. The subjects become the tools used to solve the central problem, making it highly relevant and interdisciplinary. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Learner-centered design. Too general. All modern designs aim to be learner-centered. B. Experience-centered design. Focuses on the immediate, current interests and needs of the students, highly flexible and less structured around specific projects. D. Activity-centered design. Focuses on student activity, but the unifying element here is the problem they are solving, which makes C more precise. Edge knowledge. The unifying element is the focal point. When the curriculum is structured around an ill-structured, real-world challenge that requires interdisciplinary solutions, the design is problem-centered. Question number 5. In the context of the curriculum development cycle, the final stage, evaluation, primarily serves to measure the congruence between A. The teacher's effort and the student's performance. B. The resources provided and the learning activities. C. The stated objectives and the actual learning outcomes. D. The student's prior knowledge and their post-test score. Correct answer. C. The stated objectives and the actual learning outcomes. Why C is correct? Whether in the Tyler, Taba, or any other major model, evaluation is the systematic process of checking if the intended goals, objectives, were actually achieved by the students' actual learning outcomes. This determines the curriculum's effectiveness and informs the next cycle. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A, B, and D. These are important measures within teaching, but they are subsidiary to the primary purpose of curriculum evaluation, which is validating the design and its objectives. Edge knowledge. Think validation. The only way to validate a curriculum is to compare the plan, objectives, with the result, outcomes. Evaluation is essentially a congruence check. Question number 6. Which curriculum design philosophy is rooted in the belief that the content of the curriculum should be composed primarily of the great and enduring works of history, literature, and art, emphasizing eternal truths and intellectual development? A. Perennialism. B. Essentialism. C. Progressivism. D. Reconstructionism. Correct answer. A. Perennialism. Why A is correct? Perennialism, literally lasting through the ages, is the educational philosophy that argues for a curriculum based on unchanging, universal knowledge and classic works, believing that human nature is constant and that education should focus on developing rational thought. Why the wrong answers are wrong? B. Essentialism. Focuses on teaching the basic, core skills and knowledge necessary for citizenship and survival, the essentials. C. Progressivism. Focuses on the student's current interests, experiences, and problem-solving, constantly changing with the times. D. Reconstructionism. Focuses on using education to solve major societal problems and create a better world. Edge knowledge. Look for keywords of permanence. Great works, eternal truths, unchanging. Perennialism. Question number 7. In curriculum organization, scope refers to A. The organizational arrangement of content, such as simple to complex or chronological order. B. The smooth, uninterrupted flow of learning experiences from one level to the next. C. The depth and breadth of the content covered in the curriculum. D. The linkages and relationships formed between different subject areas. Correct answer. C. The depth and breadth of the content covered in the curriculum. Why C is correct? Scope defines the what of the curriculum, the subject matter, knowledge, skills, and values that will be included, and how thoroughly they will be addressed, depth. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Organizational arrangement. Refers to sequence, or order. B. Uninterrupted flow. Refers to continuity, or vertical articulation. D. Linkages. Refers to integration, or horizontal articulation. Edge knowledge. Think coverage. Scope is the horizontal view of the curriculum. How much and how deep the content will be in a given year or unit. Question number 8. A Department of Education, DepEd, central office team is developing a new curriculum framework. They begin by convening a panel of experts to define the broad national educational goals and philosophy. Which model's starting point is this team most closely following? A. Grassroots, Taba, model. B. Deductive, Tyler, model. C. Process, Stenhouse, model. D. CIPP evaluation model. Correct answer. B. Deductive, Tyler, model. Why B is correct? A central office team defining broad national goals and philosophy is the definition of a top-down or deductive approach, which is the exact starting point of the Tyler rationale. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Grassroots, Taba, model, would start with teachers, learners at the local school level. C. Process, Stenhouse, model, focuses on teachers as researchers and the curriculum as a process, not a fixed plan designed centrally. D. CIPP model, an evaluation model, context, input, process, product, not a curriculum design model. Edge knowledge, think level of authority. Central office, national experts. Top-down, deductive. Tyler's model is the classic framework for this centralized approach. Question number 9. Which curriculum approach views the curriculum primarily as a document or written plan containing the objectives, content, learning activities, and assessment methods to be implemented by the teacher? A. Curriculum as product. B. Curriculum as process. C. Curriculum as praxis. D. Curriculum as experience. Correct answer. A. Curriculum as product. Why A is correct? The curriculum as product approach, favored by Tyler, views the curriculum as a fixed entity, a tangible plan or document. Success is measured by the student's final learning outcomes, the product. Why the wrong answers are wrong? B. Curriculum as process. Views the curriculum as the interaction between teacher, student, and knowledge, where the plan is only a guide, focuses on the how, not the document. C. Curriculum as praxis. Focuses on reflection and action, where the curriculum is constantly adapted and refined based on practice and critical reflection, Freire. D. Curriculum as experience. Views the curriculum as everything the student encounters under the school's guidance. Edge knowledge. Think tangibility. If it's a document, plan, or fixed set of objectives, it is the product approach. Question number 10. Which educational philosophy most strongly advocates for a curriculum that focuses on solving major societal problems such as inequality, climate change, and poverty, with the explicit goal of creating a new, more just social order? A. Idealism. B. Essentialism. C. Reconstructionism. D. Progressivism. Correct answer. C. Reconstructionism. Why C is correct? Reconstructionism views the school as the primary agent for social change and reform. Its curriculum is deliberately geared toward examining and solving critical societal problems to reconstruct a more equitable and democratic society. Why the wrong answers are wrong? A. Idealism. Focuses on the development of mind and ideas, not social change. B. Essentialism. Focuses on traditional core knowledge and skills. D. Progressivism. Focuses on current student experience and problem solving, but Reconstructionism is the philosophy dedicated explicitly to solving major social crises and creating a new social order. Edge knowledge. Think fixing society. The word reconstruction means to build anew. When the curriculum's goal is to solve global crises and create a better social order, the philosophy is Reconstructionism. If this video gave you an edge, sharpen that like button and subscribe to stay ahead.